this is Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And today we're doing another cooking with Kenshin1913. What are we making today?
Funfetti cookies.
Yeah, this is going to be a simple recipe, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you can basically use for any kind of cookie. Like, it's pretty simple.
Okay. First off, you're going to get your supplies ready. We're going to have a cookie sheet. I happen to use a parchment liner. And you can buy them in the grocery store. They come in a roll, and you fit it to whatever size cookie sheet you're using.
You could also use tin foil, right? And spray pan, maybe? Or no?
Actually, you wouldn't use tin foil. You would just use a baking pan, and you would grease it.
Yeah, okay.
If you didn't have the liners.
All right,
Mixing bowl, spoon, or spatula. Our cake mix. This is a Funfetti cake mix. We also have one by another brand. Yeah,
basically for this cookie, it's what is it? It's called Funfetti, but you can probably find it in the store as confetti. It's basically a cake mix with like little sprinkle thingies in it.
Right.
But you said you can do this with what else?
You can do this with any kind of a cookie mix. You could do it with a white cake, a yellow cake, a chocolate cake. You could even do it with brownie mixes to make a cookie. You're going to be using less of the liquid so that it becomes more cookie consistency. We're using 2 large eggs. We're using 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. And with these cookies, we're going to, after we roll them, we press them down. And so we're going to be using the bottom of a 2-inch glass. Yeah,
or a small glass you got at the house. All right, so let's start.
Okay, so this is very, very simple. Lots of people like to make cookies at different times. We're coming up near the Easter holiday, so you may want to do something really quick without, taking the extra time to make your actual cookie recipe.
These are like basically like semi-homemade, jazzed up kind of cookie recipes. It's like really simple.
It's kind of like a sugar cookie.
Yeah. So what we need is 1 package of cake mix. We're using Funfetti.
And then once they come out, some people like to put before you would put them in, if you're making a plain cookie, you could actually put shots or nuts or whatever you want on the top of it, or you can just leave it plain, and some people like to put a frosting on it, and that would be when it comes out of the oven.
So right now my mom's just breaking up a lot of the big clumps here. And you can actually use a stand mixer if you got, or a mixer if you have it, because we're going to be adding wet ingredients. And now this, this is an easy recipe for regular cookies, but personally to me, there is no substitute to homemade. But these will do. And sometimes you can't make homemade. Sometimes people just can't bake, and I'm one of them. I can't really bake very well. I mean, I can do it to an extent, but I can't really bake well. So alright, so we've added the sprinkles, which you get with the package. And if you wanted to, you could add more. And my mom is just going to crack an egg. 2 eggs. And like I said, you can use a stand mixer for this. Now actually, one of the things I like to do for Christmas time is, if you guys remember, I make we make a lot of Christmas cookies. This is actually one of the Christmas cookies I do make.
Because it actually has the red and green sprinkles in it at that time.
Because you can buy Christmas because Pillsbury basically has. Now she's gonna add, what is it? How much oil?
1/3 cup of oil.
Vegetable oil. Anyways, Pillsbury has all kinds of different seasonal cookie things. And really here you just want to mix until it's like all consistent. And
you can do this with a chocolate recipe, and you could add extra chocolate to it, vanilla or white chocolate. You can do it to a white recipe and almost kind of make your own special kind of chocolate chip cookie. So you can add chocolate morsels or peanut butter morsels.
It's pretty
versatile.
Yeah, very versatile with this recipe we're showing here. And you just want to mix it until it's like at a doughy Well, I don't remember the consistency actually.
You can see it's kind of like at a doughy consistency. And you're going to be using your hands, so...
don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty.
So my hands are clean, and in a few minutes we're going to start mixing the balls. Okay, here we are. I'm just mixing it a little more with my spatula. As you can see, there's a couple of little lumps left in there.
And this is about the consistency you want.
So now I'm actually going to use my hand to mix it.
Man, if you were using a stand mixer like a KitchenAid or something,
you'd see when it all would come together.
Yeah, it would all be incorporated by now. But if you're not, just mix it either by hand or with the spatula. I usually just mix it with a spatula. It's easy. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty. This is another good recipe if you need one of the kids to get involved. You can totally get them involved.
Okay.
So now what we want to do is take about a little bit, I'm not exactly sure how much that is, but roll into a ball about that size.
You can even go a little bit
smaller.
Bigger, actually.
Oh, bigger?
Yep. Now you can do either sugar.
You can dip it in a little bit of sugar. And basically what you want to do is squish it down.
And that's going to spread out.
Yeah, because those things puff up. So you want to smush it down just a little bit in order to keep it from rising real big. So there's another one. Let's show like a couple more and we'll just do the rest. So she dipped it in sugar, granulated sugar, and then you can just press down on it with that.
If you're doing chocolate ones, you can actually even dip it in cocoa powder. So there we are. See the size?
Yeah. So dipping it in sugar, and then she's pressing down with with the glass. Now, the reason why you would use flour as well is because this mixture right here is it's a little oily.
Yeah.
Because of the vegetable oil. So the flour would help the cup or whatever you're using to flatten it not stick. So, anyways, we're gonna finish these off. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You may have wanted to do that earlier, but that's all right. Anyways, we're gonna preheat our oven, and we're gonna throw these in. And how long do they stay in for, Ma?
I believe that they're in for 6 to 8 minutes.
So very easy to cook. Now, how many does these actually? Excuse me. How many does these actually make? About 2 dozen.
2 dozen, maybe
probably.
A little bit more, depending on how you're rolling them.
Yeah, because usually they can make about 2 dozen. Anyways, we'll be back. I guess we'll just show you what they look like when they come out of the oven. Or no, when we put them in the oven. Alright, as you can see, there is, we got most of the cookies ready to roll. So we're just going to do the last 3. You want to dip your cup or whatever you're using in flour or sugar and just press them down. Now, what did you want to say, Mom?
No, I think I mentioned that you can use, and you did, the flour or sugar, and I'm just putting that inside the bottom of the sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, and pressing. You can even go a little more with your glass.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
It's just to
flatten them out because they're going to rise slightly. Like a mother. So we're going to throw these in a 350-degree oven for about 8 minutes, and then we'll show you what they look like when they come out. Alright, we took the cookies out of the oven. This is the first batch, and this is what they should look like. Okay? Lightly browned. Okay? But not too brown, because then otherwise they get really hard. And these types of cookies, you don't want to overcook them too much, because they will get very hard and kind of stale-ish. So yeah, let's test out the Yum Yums. Alright, look at these cookies, huh?
And I've got the tray.
Now this is only one batch. We've made it 2 dozen, and there's actually a half left in there.
Still cooking.
Yeah, so let's show you. This is the cookie. So let's have one.
And as you can see, some of them will come a little bigger depending on how big you roll your balls.
And that batch came out a little more brown than we would like, but that's all right. These cookies are very good. Not like a nice hot cookie. Very soft, nice and sweet. Just the way you'd want a cookie. So this has been Pete for Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And we'll see you in the next Cooking with Kenshin1913.
Enjoy and happy eating.